Greetings, mortals. Welcome to another edition of the Infernal Court in Musical Hell. I'm Diva, I'm sorry, but Burlesque doesn't deserve a full introduction. This isn't a movie, it's a hot dog. It's made up of bits and pieces left over from other movies, all pressed together in a movie-like product. It makes Rock of Ages look like a marvel of innovation. There is not one original idea in it. In fact, I was so bored watching it that I started tracking all the unoriginal ideas that cropped up. You don't need me to tell you what happens in this movie, you already know. So I'm going to let you fill in the blanks as we examine the case of Burlesque. The movie stars Christina Aguilera as Allie Rose, who is... So she... While she looks at... During the opening montage. I got a feeling I feel so strange. Everything about me seems to have changed. Movie, I've seen Chicago. I know Chicago. Chicago is one of my all-time favorite movie musicals. You, movie, are no Chicago. Once in the big city, Allie sets up, and she... The character of Allie is this movie's first sin. She is the epitome of a Mary Sue. She's beautiful, talented, solves everybody's problems, and everyone loves her except the people we are supposed to hate. Everybody, that is, except the viewer. In reality, Allie is pushy, demanding, and overly entitled. When she auditions at the eponymous Burlesque club, she doesn't make an appointment or anything, she just barges her way on stage and starts performing. Real professional, Allie.
What is she doing?
I think she's auditioning.
Her attitude is particularly grating in her romantic life, but more on that later. Even in this first montage, we never see her audition, so it looks more like she's rejecting the casting notices rather than the other way around. Sorry, you're not good enough for my special snowflakeness. After a hard day of rejection, Allie wanders up to the Burlesque Lounge, which is... run by Cher as Tess, who is...
I don't want to come off like the wise old fairy godmother, but maybe you could learn from my mistakes.
Aided by Sean, who is...
Sorry. Allie, did you meet, Mike?
Close. My name is Mark.
And Vince, who is...
It's like you're avoiding me.
Well, I didn't divorce you to spend more time with you.
And Allie, meanwhile, is captivated by the pseudo-Fosse goings-on on stage.
What is this place? A strip club?
Strip club? Honey, I should wash your mouth out with Jägermeister.
Oh, Alan Cumming, what are you doing here? You could Vilcom in circles around this movie. Yes, once again, we have a cast that really deserves to be doing better things. Among the talents going to immense waste in this movie are Cumming, Peter Gallagher, Kristen Bell, Stanley Tucci, and in the music department, Christoph Beck. Yes, the guy who wrote the underscore for Frozen and the better seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's depressing watching this much talent going to waste in a movie this routine and cliche. On the advice of Jack, a bartender, and... Allie goes and asks Tess for a job, but...
Come back another time.
I've just never seen anything like this before. I need a job and I want to work here.
Great enthusiasm, terrible timing.
Because Tess has bigger things on her mind, namely...
Have you read this letter from the bank?
Vincent, how many times have I told you no business during business hours?
Marcus Gerber is coming in tonight.
So what?
This isn't going away. Well, I may not be Mr. Tess anymore, but I still own half this place.
Incidentally, sin number 3 on the clunky expository dialogue. Anyway, Allie is undeterred, and... by just barging in and waiting tables without so much as a word to anyone. Which is intrusive and probably not entirely legal, and she's stealing tips from the hired staff, but hey, she's the Mary Sue. She can do what she wants and suffers no consequences for it, ever. So Allie waits tables and fantasizes about being on stage. Movie, I've seen Moulin Rouge. I know Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge is a favorite semi-guilty pleasure of mine. You, movie, are no Moulin Rouge. At this time, we are also introduced to the film's antagonists, Nikki, who is... and Marcus, who is... who wants to. But Tess, of course,
No.
She means not now.
No. Not now means not now, Vince. No means no.
Nikki and Marcus are also examples of sin number 4, the movie's heavy-handed black and white morality. You can't make characters this blatantly, unilaterally evil unless you're writing for 6-year-olds or your characters are actual demons. Even then, it doesn't hurt to be nuanced. Nikki is so perpetually negligent in her job that there's literally no reason why she still has it. She's late to performances, she intrudes during a number to upstage the girl covering for her, she drinks, which is somehow worse than all the booze Tess downs over the course of the movie, but never mind that, and none of the other characters like her.
Why don't I have a nickname?
Oh, you do.
Well, he never uses it.
No, I do.
When?
When you leave the room. Slut.
Marcus, meanwhile, is the type of alpha male corporate baddie that appeared in roughly 76% of 80s movies. He's arrogant, uses money to get his way, and tries to woo sweet, good Allie with expensive gifts and promises to make her a star. It's such an obvious routine that Allie looks like an idiot for falling for it. And it's not like we don't have enough reasons to hate her, for inevitably, between Allie and Nikki, there is...
Never know. Know what? That you're a dude.
Yes, that's Allie's idea of a sick burn. Allie's also quite pushy around Tess, since she has...
Wouldn't it be great if we actually heard the girls sing?
See, the dancers all lip-sync to classic jazz tracks, and Allie thinks they should sing live instead. That's right, they cast Kristen Bell in this movie and then had her lip-sync everything. You know, because there isn't enough talent going to waste in this movie already. But Tess, of course...
I just don't understand why we can't just try something different.
You know why you don't understand? Because it's above your pay grade.
I don't really get what that means. Just hear me out one more time. This is a really good idea.
Allie,
Maybe I haven't
no,
explained myself right. Wait,
no, stop.
So Allie cools her hooves waiting tables while Jack... The whole Jack and Allie thing, particularly Allie's behavior in it, is so bad on its own that it deserves sin number 5. First, let me set the scene. Allie, being the sweet girl with a suitcase full of dreams in the big city, is inevitably...
God damn it!
And Jack... while revealing he has...
It's beautiful. Who wrote that?
I did.
And Allie is completely okay crashing on Jack's couch until it's revealed that she's had...
She's pretty. Your sister?
Fiance.
You straight?
You thought I was gay?
Right, back up. Why did Allie assume Jack was gay? Because he's wearing eyeliner when she meets him? That's obviously the club uniform. You don't look at, say, a stage actor and think, whoa, look at all the makeup he's wearing, he's totally into the dick. Because she slept over without him trying to take advantage? That just proves he's not an asshole. Look, Allie, if Jack had made assumptions about your sexual preferences and or availability based on how you were dressed or similar leaps of logic, you would be very justifiably offended. You have no right to act like the betrayed party when you've been acting entirely on your own prejudices. Eventually, Allie stays with Jack because he's... And she proves to be a terrible roommate, using all the towels and not cleaning up and the like. But since Jack's fiancé is doing a show in New York, he needs help covering the rent, a situation Allie takes advantage of by taking over the whole apartment.
Fine. The whole closet.
I want the bedroom.
No way.
Oh, look. Hot tub. Beverly Hills.
All right. You can have my bedroom. Are you in?
Oh, Jack. See? I'm the kind of girl. If a friend's in trouble, I help.
Bitch.
Just who?
But Jack has issues of his own, including forcing Allie back into the apartment against her will when she tries to leave, so there's plenty of assholery to go around. Meanwhile, back at the club, one of the dancers... which inevitably means...
Oh, God, please don't have the flu. Oh, God. Please have the flu.
And Allie's big opportunity has arrived. After the usual... Allie...
Which number do you want to see? I know every single one of them.
You know every single number.
And of course, she... Tess protests, but since Allie...
Did anybody ever give you a shot in life? Please, I want this so bad.
She finally...
All right, God! You got the job.
Which Allie does over the course of... So now Allie is part of the show, but being the new girl, she still... Which gives Tess the chance to... Which she does by...
Beautiful.
Eventually, Nikki...
Wait a minute, wait, hey. What's in that?
Iced tea.
Iced tea my ass. Go home.
And Allie gets... Which Nikki, being the prima donna rival... But Allie's debut is...
I need a tough love, yeah. I need a tough love.
As well as sin number 6. That Allie knows this song and can sing it, I believe. I don't believe that the band, who has never had to play this song before since it's a recorded track, would be able to jump in at a moment's notice. I certainly don't believe the other girls would be able to jump in on backup, and I'm guessing none of them are wired for sound anyway, since apart from Tess, nobody performs live in this joint. I'd be willing to give this a pass in a more conventional musical, but in this one that relies entirely on diegetic numbers, it doesn't earn my suspension of disbelief. So now Allie is... And the other dancers... And the new live singing act... Which is fortunate because Tess's mortgage... And if she doesn't raise the money by the end of the month...
If I can't raise the amount of money on that piece of paper by the end of this month, I lose the club.
And that is how generic this movie is. The writers don't even bother giving Tess an actual dollar value to put together. She just needs that amount of money to save her business. The characters don't care about the specifics of this plot, so why should we? Allie's success attracts the attention of Marcus, who... And in the process drops some information.
The guy that owns the strip mall ran into some money issues, almost had to sell. Whoever he sold it to would have had to put up a huge tower, so I bought the air rights. Now no one can ever build above one story.
Aren't you clever?
But Allie and Jack... Which is demonstrated during... And even though the UST is apparent, Jack... Because he... Even though she...
Still talk every day.
You do? About what? Let me guess. Don't tell me. About her, and I don't know. Oh, her. All I'm saying is that that one there is beautiful on the inside as well.
Ugh, I think I'm gonna blow brimstone. And all of this and more is interwoven with Allie singing. Lots and lots of Allie singing.
The dress is Chanel, the shoes YSL. A guy what takes his time, I'll go for any time.
Can you imagine what would happen if I let you close enough to touch?
Which brings us to sin number 7. The musical numbers have no function. There is a saying that musicals are like porn in that the scenes the audience is most interested in have absolutely no relevance to the plot. This isn't entirely accurate. In fact, in a well-constructed musical, it's usually the exact opposite, but it's very much the case with Burlesque. There is literally no reason for the musical numbers to exist in this movie, other than to give Christina Aguilera and Cher a chance to show off their pipes, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it gets tedious when they keep interrupting the plot for another song, especially since there is so little variety to the individual numbers. They all have this same pseudo-cabaret choreography and dancing around chairs setup. Even Cher's big showcase number begins with her straddling a chair.
Feeling broken, barely holding on.
And another thing, didn't Kristen Schaal wear that outfit in the Tacky video? The whole Jack and Allie thing comes to a head when he...
It's not just me. The people that care about you are worried.
And they argue about...
First of all, Marcus is not the devil. He's a smart businessman who, oddly enough, happens to be a gentleman who knows what he wants and he goes for it.
I'm just saying.
Then, at the wedding of Georgia, the pregnant ex-dancer, Jack... and breaks up with her, after which he... And when he and the only slightly less tipsy Allie stumble back home, they finally...
I know, I forgot something else. I remember I locked the door. That's it. I'm hungry.
Finally, they... in... But alas, Jack's ex-fiancée Natalie... And in the course of the fight, Allie...
I can't believe I bought your bullshit. She's nothing. She's just some girl that I work with. She's not even pretty. Well, at least you were honest about one thing.
You said that?
Yes.
No, I did not.
Yes, he did.
I did not. No, I didn't.
Yes, he said
No.
that.
Look, I'm sorry, could you just give me some time so...
You're asking me to leave?
No.
Yes, you. I'm the fiancé.
You told me that you broke it off with her.
I
You
did.
think you break up with a girl like me over the phone?
I'm out of here.
Told me it was over.
Get out of here. Al.
As I've mentioned before, I despise the convoluted third act breakup trope, especially when it's played this badly. We're supposed to hate Natalie for coming in and spilling poisonous words in Allie's ear, but really, I'm more inclined to side with her out of the three characters. She was away for several months while her fiancé had a female roommate, and then he breaks it off over the phone, and then the first thing she sees on coming back is him in bed with the roommate? What is she supposed to believe? Jack, meanwhile, has been protesting his attraction to Allie a bit too much to the point of insulting her behind her back, so dick move on his part. And Allie, well, she's got the whole, I'm just going to walk out without even giving you a chance to make your case because drama role in all this, which is always the stupidest part of the whole thing. So let's wrap things up, shall we? Tess has... and... Meanwhile, Allie has discovered Marcus's evil plan, which of course is...
the Sunset Strip with no windows. When I'm through with it, it'll have 1,000.
This causes Allie to... and she helps Tess get the money to pay off the loan by...
So what if I told you that a 20-story office building was going up where my club is? That would block his view.
10 stories would block his view.
The Burlesque Lounge... Nikki... Jack and Allie... and everybody joins in on... Ugh, and I thought Home on the Range was a waste of talent. Burlesque is one of the laziest movies to ever embarrass the resumes of its cast. Even Christina Aguilera, for whom this was obviously supposed to be a big crossover vehicle, gives a better performance than the stupid script and her unsympathetic character deserves. The rest of the characters are just as annoying, the story is a string of overworked tropes, and the musical numbers can't even liven up a plot as silly as this one. As for punishment? Well, since the movie didn't bother, I'm not going to either. Just shuffle the producers off onto the usual stuff. Fiery pits, demons with pitchforks, the whole lot. I'm not in the mood to come up with anything more creative. This movie wasn't worth my time, it wasn't worth the time of the people involved, and it's certainly not worth yours. So let it be recorded. This session of the Infernal Court in musical hell... that bit is over, bailiff.